What up, guys? I'm back with one last video tonight. We're on the second Spongebob movie, Sponge Out the Water, which released back in 2015, a decade ago. Jesus Christ, it's been that long. Holy shit. I actually went to see this film as a kid. I was only 14 when this film came out. Not the target demographic, I know, but holy crap, it's been like 10 years since I last saw this movie. I'm not kidding about that, actually. I haven't watched this film in over 10 years. Yeah, time by. Not because it was bad, I just haven't had it on DVD, I've just been out doing a lot of things that happened, changed over the years. Damn, a decade? Anyway, this film is good. Let's just say it, good. If you're a SpongeBob fan, you'll enjoy this movie, but as a movie, it's alright. I kind of wish the explosive bits more, or did some bad direction of writing and stuff. I don't know. I'm not really good at designing experience, but let's just get into this movie. It's bad. Well, at least it's gotta be bad in the awful Sponge on the Run movie. At least back in 2020, I think. Yeah, during the pandemic. 5 years ago now. It took like till 2023 or 2024 for COVID to finally settle down. That's how long it took. But settle down. But it was I think it's like late 2023, early 2024. I think it's just returned to normal prior to that it was back in from January to February of 2020. January to March, before the COVID thing happens. So, yeah, no face masks and shit. I'm glad. That's brings back to the world. Anyway, let's get into the movie. So we open the film up at the familiar island we've seen so many times. But I could be wrong about this, but this might be the first time we actually probably see the island. No, technically, but I know they technically already did that in one episode. But that was just at the end as a joke. And you see a pirate after something, avoiding traps, wearing a book with something that looks like a secret. With a message in the bottom that reminds me of typically seems similar to the secret formula. The pirate returns. I imagine Seagull and stuff over him. And he got curious to know about the story. So he reads him the story. And it's about SpongeBob. It's a SpongeBob story. It doesn't be like the entire movie, just a segue into the movie. Like the previous one, the pirates went to the cinema. But no. And, well, kind of issues with various, I think. Anyway, he says about stories, as we already know, yada yada, SpongeBob's a striker, got a Krusty Krab. He loves that more than anything in the world, yada yada. Because there's a war between Plankton and Mr. Krabs. Plankton wants to get the secret formula, yada yada. You all know this shit. Most likely done. I'm guessing it was most likely done for newcomers. I just hope these films are over a decade old now. And, well, we finally get a third movie in cinemas. Because obviously SpongeBob was supposed to come on cinemas. The only place it released in theaters was Canada. Back in August of 2020. So, and then God, it's a train. It's a crap film. I actually did watch it, and it's not that great. I like the animation in it, but other than that, it's a crap. It's not a good rehash of what we've seen. It's just not the film they used as an actor in this one. Anyway, So yeah, Plankton makes him. So yeah, it's another normal day at the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob getting Patrick's usual order. And Plankton makes his move and attacks with mayonnaise, I think. Into a wall, leaving the bell, like SpongeBob, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs are just like walls, like soldiers and stuff. And that part of this film, literally like a lot of the characters' subplots is they don't really get much to do. They don't really have any subplots either. No side stories to help, that helps both, that at least helps about knowledge of the plot. Something like, I kind of wish they got some more things to do than just be crazy. Oh yeah, no. So, yeah. As usual, Plankton's defeated. Yeah, but it turns out that was a trick by Plankton. A fake. But Mr. Krabs ends up realizing a little bit, nearly too late. But SpongeBob ends up struggling. You're not supposed to stop Plankton and on taking the Strawberry Secret Formula. He tried to place a fake so he can leave without anyone noticing. Put a pin in that for now. And then suddenly the formula disappears. Like, it vanishes. Mr. Krabs comes in. I mean, obviously he doesn't believe Plankton's story when he says it. But he doesn't even but SpongeBob says he didn't do it. Mr. Krabs should believe SpongeBob. He may know Plankton for years, but SpongeBob would never lie about this. So why would he cover up for Plankton? It's weird how he didn't listen. I get he was angry, but it's Mr. Krabs. He should at least calm himself down a bit. Still be mad at Plankton, but at least listen to SpongeBob's story. So yeah, but Plankton wants to escape. Mr. Krabs won't give up, but the customers are hungry. The Krabby Patties and they're out. That's what he needs to secret formula because SpongeBob doesn't store out to memory. So yeah, they go grab Plankton a bit crap with him. SpongeBob is upset, running away with him. It was Mr. Krabs' big SpongeBob was a traitor and stuff. Oh, really? I get Mr. Krabs is a money hungry guy, but he knows SpongeBob wouldn't betray him. Even says he's loyal fight cook. So he should have bought. There must have been a reason why SpongeBob would defend Plankton. And he's an idiot for the entire movie. I get it's a kid show and a comedy. But he has to at least be logical. He's known SpongeBob for a while now. I understand this is like set early on in the series, and SpongeBob only joined not too long ago. But he's been a fry cook for like decades at this point in real life. In the universe, it's on a floating timeline. It's actually impossible for SpongeBob to ever do crossovers. Because it's an undersea show, but there could be ways to do ones. Like Fairly Odd Parents go run away. And say wish they were sea creatures and stuff. I don't know characters and stuff. That could have worked for Fairly Odd Parents. Or Jimmy Neutron could have advice to turn them into fish people. Sarah or help them underwater. But that was just because but Hillbilly did not want to do any crossovers. So the Goosey Night doesn't count though, it's a game and it's focused on 4 different characters on 4 different series. I have to put my Butch Hartman. So about the Krabby Patty film, you all know Krabby Patties. Oh god. And everything becomes apocalypse now, but we quickly People are going crazy. Even Patty goes crazy and has their little Krabby Patties. SpongeBob tries to best convince Patty to work as a team to figure out what happened to the Krabby Patty formula. Yeah, so that's like working out. And so they're not supposed to together. So SpongeBob was put together a team. It seems like that's how it ended, but the birds refused to say that's the ending, so they basically forced the Iraq to begin in the reading. So yeah. I'm getting a bit of a gag with Sandy. Now she sees the only same one because she doesn't know what's going on. But when a page of that book falls down onto her tree dome, ends up backing her away. We'll get to that a bit. First off, SpongeBob versus Patrick is a loyal best friend, but not so loyal right now when it comes to Krabby Patty, so he basically betrays SpongeBob. It doesn't work out, so they go visit Andy next, but she's gone crazy from that page. Thinking the world's gonna end and stuff. She's a no-go as well. So SpongeBob, third option, Gary. Doesn't go well. As Gary somehow becomes king of the snails. I do like the community. They like to be a bit with SpongeBob Plankton that run away, but realize this snail. So yeah, it's a little funny. So one of those options are working. It seems like it's hopeless, but it seems hopeless, but SpongeBob won't give up. There's not really that much interesting for side plots of it. It's just apocalypse. No subplots or anything. I mean, the original the previous film didn't have much subplots, but we still had scenes that were counted as subplots. You know, very small ones. I'll come back to Bikini Bottom. See what's going on and stuff. Yeah, the apocalypse part isn't that. That's just too long for me. Isn't that entertaining? So, anyway, after that. Plankton is still scheming and stuff. So he tries to set SpongeBob's blame up. Nothing. I said they need to work as a team and stuff. The other running joke is that Plankton can't say team. Why should we care about this develop and then work as a team when it just won't stick since, the show would just go back to the status quo, everything, that type of shit. I'm glad they didn't use Plankton as the movie this time, as the antagonist in the movie this time, because that would be going stale. See, I understand it'll be an iconic antagonist, but using them too much could become stale, no matter how iconic they are. So it makes sense with movie. So for TV show villains, when they have a movie, they end up taking a back seat to the movie's villain. Get me? So, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, the podcast part is just not really that interesting. Could be a fun, quick gag stuff. The movie doesn't really feel that epic. Anyways, Andre wishes they could go back in time to figure out get the formula. I just planted the idea to actually make a time machine, but that would be Karen. So we sneak in and break her out. And go to a restaurant somewhere far, close to Bikini Bottom or something. And again, work on a time machine. It's done. and never really travel through time. That's a little comedic good moment between Karen and Crap Plankton. Roy used 25 cents to travel through time. But the end again off track as seeing the somewhere location because Crab is but everything's all deserty. See an older Patrick. But as we know, this is just 4 days later. Okay. It's new, so they go back. In the end, look, it's in the international space when they meet a dolphin, like a hyper intelligent dolphin named Bubbles, voiced by Matt Berry. This won't be his last appearance in a SpongeBob movie. Trust me on that. Yeah. Ian and Douglas have been guarding over Earth for a long time. For 3,000 years or so. I know he needs a potty break, so he asked SpongeBob I'm going to watch. Just keep an eye on the stars. Just watch them for him. But he don't know what they're supposed to be watching, but he doesn't clarify because he has to go to the bathroom. They end up watching Jupiter and Saturn, but they end up colliding for some reason. And that's supposed to happen. Bubbles comes back. Einstein, he's gonna get fired and gets pissed at them. Tries to kill him, so the two quickly get out of there. And manages to travel back for 2 days before this shit happened. Alright, committee. So SpongeBob has to get the formula from past Plankton. Our Plankton is with past SpongeBob, being annoyed by him. SpongeBob senior manager got the formula and the two get out of there. Return to present day with the formula, but turns out it's the fake one that was planted earlier. They got the wrong one. So SpongeBob's gonna be just sacrificed. SpongeBob's gonna be sacrificed. And Plankton ends up putting the blame on SpongeBob. They go crazy, but he ends up realizing he's becoming like them, and volunteers become the sacrifice, and they just agree to it really quickly. And also the pilot, who we actually reveal his name is be Burger Beard. I know, weird name. As his pilot ends up becoming a restaurant, making burgers and stuff. He doesn't like the seagulls, tells her to buzz off, even scares them off. I like the seagulls' designs, they're kind of cute. Yeah. Hey, Russ Marshall asks, yeah, he can smell Krabby Patties. Not to only Mr. Krabs also smells them. So he also sent the ants to the surface, so a lot of side characters to go back. They even call themselves side characters. So, yeah, SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, and Sandy, plus Plankton, head to the surface. Plan to hit the surface, but can't. Luckily, Bubble shows up. He's not mad at him anymore. He's grateful. He's been stuck in that job for a long time. Now he gets to do something different. And he got some magic powers by sucking that and blowing out his blowhole onto the surface, giving him the ability to breathe. And then the CGI. The CGI actually do a good job of capturing the goopy expressiveness and stuff of the animation of the 2D style. And while they're again just shenanigans while searching for the Krabby Patties, and I'll go over that. I should find Burger Beard's boat. And while he ends up being that he stole the Krabby Patty formula by rewriting the story. Don't know how that book came into existence or why he can rewrite it. And he wants to become the best. He basically wants to rule the world by becoming the best, making the best burgers or something. I don't know. Kind of wish we got a backstory for him. I don't care if it's a sympathetic backstory or comedic backstory. Something that gives more depth to his reason for this. He's kind of entertaining, but not that great of a villain, in my opinion. Because he didn't really do much other than steal the formula. Don't even find that out till, like, towards... Yeah, as he uses the book to banish the guy to Pelican Island. Since it's open. But because Sandy's saying she's not really that smart now, so she can't figure out that book page and stuff. But Spongebob isn't realizing what it is. And she gave Quill and used Squidward's ink, which he squirts when he got nervous. We give them superpowers. And Spongebob left behind, so he works on his version. Come back a bit later. As now they're superheroes with cool designs, which was spoiled in the trailer. Yeah. But the thing is, this whole thing would have been on land and stuff, you see in the trailer. It's not until the third act. They spoiled most of the third act. I hate it when movies do that. They really can't hook you, so they spoil most of it. So, but doing that question, why go see it? You just spoil most of the movie. Most egregious example is Ruby Gilman. Back in 2023, I think it's from. So, yeah, it kind of pisses me off. So they do got some good powers and stuff, but yeah. I go. Even Sandy's like a CGI version of a regular squirrel. For some reason. That might have been a leftover concept from the original idea for the first movie, since she was going to be part of the original, but she was going to be part of the first movie, but those were not fully animated, so they were not part of the movie. But she became a normal hand squirrel. So they might have reused that concept for this power here. And Plankton comes in to help now with a big muscular body. And working with Spongebob's bubble powers. They defeat Burgerbeard and banish him and just send him flying to that familiar island we know so well. And Plankton has the opportunity to take the formula, but doesn't. And gets back to class. He's learned something from this adventure. Oh, Steven just feels different now. As they'll get back to Bikini Bottom to make some Krabby Patties. I guess Plankton doesn't take too long to go back to his old ways. So I completely Gary chases him out and slow because he returned to hurt Gary instead to take the Krabby Patty. It's a little funny gag. But again, it just makes the film whole character arc pointless then. We're just gonna go back to his ways at the end of the movie. Enjoy the time. So the seagulls asked Burgerbeard if they could sing the song now, since they did try to sing a bit of a song earlier, which is a SpongeBob theme song. He says, "How can he say no to that? How can he say no to that face?" So they bring down a frame with him pretending to be the pirate from the intro. And then we get a paint and they sing the theme song. Which is just the actual theme song from the show. I like the first movie's version because it was a remix. Kinda wish they had a new version of this one for this sequel too. Instead of just reusing the one. Even though it's directed by someone who actually worked on the olden age, this film's version isn't that great, in my opinion. It's a fun SpongeBob movie, but I guess that's what people care about, just being a SpongeBob movie. And I do agree, it was a fun SpongeBob movie, but as a film itself, it's not that great. Of course, the theme song gets interrupted by Bubbles. He says his name and does his own rap, but the single is rapping back. So he agrees to send him back in time to finish the song. officially ended the movie. And that was Sponge Out of Water. It's not as good as I remember it. I mean, yeah, my opinions have changed over the past 10 years. Like, I saw the film 10 years ago, opinions can change. So, yeah, it's an alright film. If you're a SpongeBob fan, you can watch it if you want to. It is fun for SpongeBob fans, but as moving on, I won't recommend it. It's not that interesting. It's not that great. Anyway, what you guys do in this film, let me know in the comments down. Thank you all for watching and enjoying my content. Please thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, make sure to physical picture. And see you guys tomorrow for more videos, hopefully, like I do. You know, for both Simpsons and Bob's Burgers. Cybermaster out.